For 31 years, I've been involved in gospel ministry throughout the world, and we've focused primarily on the preaching of the gospel, the casting out of evil spirits, healing the sick, healing the brokenhearted. And yet, while we were conducting these incredible miracles, we were also encountering souls in these ministry events, sharing how they were able to see Jesus, that Jesus was actually appearing to them. Didn't think much of it, surprisingly, and even to this day, I don't know why I didn't stop and ponder that reality that people, as we were ministering to them, especially in the area of inner healing, people were sharing how Jesus was appearing to them. I didn't think that it was an area of ministry I should explore. I mean, Jesus appearing to people, that's astounding, that's exciting. Yet, I didn't go down that path and explore that area of ministry. I rejoiced, obviously, in seeing so many people through the years, 31 years, throughout the world, seeing Jesus Christ in our meetings and in our personal ministry sessions. But I look back and I just wish I had taken it one step further and asked these individuals, as they were seeing Jesus, as Jesus was appearing to them, probing that mystery, that supernatural mystery, to get more information and find out what else they were experiencing. Well, many years went by, and I was invited to attend and to speak at a very large festival in Asia, in a very large country, attended by many, many thousands of individuals. And it was a one afternoon training seminar before a few thousand individuals. Hundreds of people were having, as I was teaching from the Word, heavenly experiences. It was incredible. The young, the old, everybody in between were testifying of these glorious, magnificent, heavenly experiences. Now, I just chalked it up as simply being a special event, that this wasn't going to be a normative aspect of our ministry. How wrong I was. Fast forward some time, soon thereafter, actually, I was on Santa Rosa Island, in the ocean, swimming, enjoying a family vacation with my children and my oldest son. While we were swimming on the ocean, shared with me that he also had a heavenly experience the night before. He shared how he was able to be caught up to the third heaven. Now, mind you, this little boy at the time, I think he was 7, 8 years old at the time, and he spoke with excitement, enthusiasm. He truly went to the third heaven. I asked him what was his favorite part, because he encountered dinosaurs, talking animals, met angels, met other believers, family members. But his favorite part of being in the third heaven was in actually going into the very throne room of God. And the way he put it was, he described it as being in the room where the big chair was. And there were so many people there, he said. And it was just, he said, Daddy, it's filled with love like you wouldn't believe. So much love. You couldn't believe how much love there is. He didn't want to come back to earth. He wanted to stay there in the presence of perfect, complete love. Fulfilling, satisfying love. Love from the Father. Love from the Son. So here, in all these personal ministry sessions, in some of our ministry events, even our national festivals, people were having these heavenly experiences. Yet, again, I just didn't want to go down the path for some reason. I still don't know why, to this day, why that is. But it was when, some years ago, my wife, she was caught up into the third heaven. And she got to meet the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And the result of her heavenly encounter, her experience in the third heaven, she challenged me. She said, Jay, you should make this an integral part of your ministry. God is wanting people to know that He is for real, that heaven's for real, and there's supernatural realities in the third heaven that He wants us to taste of. As I mentioned in the previous video, God's Word tells us in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 5, we're not only to taste of this, but also of the powers of the age to come. And where can you experience that in a full manner? Obviously, in the third heaven. This third heaven is referred to in 2 Corinthians chapter 12. The Apostle Paul actually went to the third heaven. Allow me to read this chapter. 2 Corinthians chapter 12. The Apostle Paul says in verse 2 that he knew of a man who was caught up to the third heaven. Verse 4, he was caught up into paradise and heard inexpressible words, which it is not lawful for a man to utter. The Apostle Paul entered the third heaven. My wife has entered the third heaven. Some of my children have entered the third heaven. And I am of the belief now, God is wanting for you, in His timing obviously, to experience the glories, the wonders, the joys of the third heaven.